Hello everybody once again. We, as usual, are very excited to welcome you at our Skoltech campus. We still have a lot to show you and to talk about. So stay tuned and let's go. Hello everybody. Welcome to our live broadcast from Skoltech campus. And we're very excited to welcome you at our campus. So even though it's really raining cats and dogs outside, we still have a lot of experts from our Skoltech team with their shining eyes who are ready to share and actually willing to share a lot of very useful information. And that's why we're here today. Let's start from myself. So my name is Natalia Galchkina. I'm head of admissions here at Skoltech. And today, as usual, I will be your guide around Skoltech and its opportunities for you. So we had already several episodes regarding Skoltech in general, regarding entrepreneurship and innovation activities, research facilities, and many more things. And actually, this brings me to reminding you that actually all these episodes are available via the links in the description. You can find them. But today, we would like to focus on education and learning process at Skoltech because it's really, really important. And we will share a lot of information about program structures, academic mobility opportunities, startup with thesis, and many more other things. So stay tuned. And I think that it sounds great. And well, let's cut to the chase. So here is a quick overview of our timeline. You can see all those timelines at your screen. But so remind you that all these timings are the Moscow time, so you need to calculate your local time accordingly. And just in case there are some topics of your interest, of your particular interest, so you can leave the broadcast now and then come back. But we really encourage you to stay during the whole broadcast to understand actually how diverse and interesting the Skoltech learning process actually. And just before that, before we start, let me remind you some very important and useful things about the application process. We do still accept applications for master and PhD programs, and for master program selection, we have a deadline until July 15th, and the online test will take place on July 16th. So please save those dates in case you're planning to apply this year. Speaking about PhD programs, again, we still receiving the application and accepting them, and the deadline is July the 5th. And in case you are shortlisted for the next round, so their interviews will take place on July 22 and 23rd. So all your applications are accepted, and our student intelligent application, which we call SEER, and it's very friendly very friendly interface there, so you can probably already discovered that. So anyway, you can try one more time in case you need it. And more information about the admissions process can be found like at student.skoltech.io. All the details of the useful tips, all the samples and how to get ready, etc. Everything is there, collected there. And again, the application are accepted via the apply.skoltech.io. So, and this was a quick reminder for you. And now we are ready to start. Let's start then. At Skoltech, we have a really special education concept, and we do really believe that it will allow our students and our graduates to achieve their learning outcomes at their best. And actually, the best person to explain more about that is our Dean of Education, Clément Fortin. Hello, Professor Fortin. We are very happy to have you here with us today.
Thank you very much, Natalia. It's a pleasure.
Thank you. So we're really eager to know, and we can't wait to know why Skoltech education process is so special. So the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. So we'll try to do this in a few slides here to give you an overview of our learning process and education system at Skoltech, and we'll have a multiple presentation also. So let me give you a quick introduction to the education at Skoltech in a brief summary. The vision from the beginning at Skoltech was to bridge science and innovation, meaning deep understanding of the fundamentals with some innovation, which means application to the market, developing technologies, and startups. So it was right from the beginning when Skoltech was developed in collaboration, in very, very close collaboration with MIT. And this is still the fundamental reality of Skoltech. Our goal is to educate future leaders. And to educate future leaders, there are three major components. There's education, of course, which we are talking today, and the output of this is talented graduates, where we have curriculum and we have a learning process. And on the upper right, you have research, which is also important, and then innovation at the bottom, which is the one that will get to the companies or technologies and so on. And this is the interaction between these three elements where students and researchers and centers exist, and this is our aim at Skoltech. We say at Skoltech that educate to create. We want leaders, or we want our graduates to be able to create new things, to co-create new things, and this is very important. So the specific objective of our education is to prepare students with a deep working knowledge of fundamentals. So we have a very well-prepared courses on the fundamentals of the subject. If it is in photonics, it will be in photonics. If it is in engineering, it will be engineering. If it is manufacturing materials or life science, it will be in that field. While preparing them also, we have the fundamentals, but our graduates, we want them to be effective professionals to create new ventures and become thoughtful leaders in our society. So this combination of fundamentals, applications, and technology and startups and innovation, I think, is fundamental to and this is the recipe of our education program. Education at a glance, we have about 1150 students. We have 2/3 men to women ratio. We have 20% international students, and this is absolutely true. It varies a little bit between programs, but generally this is about it. And we have greater than 140 faculty members now, and 200 plus courses, and so we're very, very active, and we offer a broad perspective for our students. And what we do at Skoltech was developed right from the beginning on a stakeholder-based or learning outcome framework inspired from the CDIO model. The CDIO model was developed by our founding president, President Crowley, when he was at MIT, and then we applied it here. So Skoltech is from day one, a CDIO model base. It's got 4 components. And this is, the first component is disciplinary knowledge and reasoning, mathematics and science, applied science and engineering, innovation, entrepreneurship, interdisciplinary thinking, which is very, very important, and contemporary methods and tools. We're one of the rare universities in the world that consider that innovation and entrepreneurship can be taught as a disciplinary knowledge. And we do apply this, and we do have courses in this. The second part is thinking, beliefs, and values. So somebody that wants to be a leader in our society, he needs to have the proper attitudes, the ethics, the equity, the integrity to hold this position and to communicate also. This would be the third one, relating to others, communication and collaboration, in teamwork, in collaboration and change management. And so this is the third part. And the fourth part is leading the innovation process. This was the beginning of Skoltech, that we say we want to go from deep knowledge to innovation. So in the fourth one is making sense of the global, societal, environmental, and that's why at Skoltech, day one, we have an innovation workshop, which I think you will hear a little later. And then we have visioning, inventing new technologies, visioning and conceiving and designing and delivering on the vision, implementing and operating, which means manufacturing or making it real and operating on it. And then at the end is delivering on the vision, which is entrepreneurship and enterprise creation. So we have a number of programs. You see here the ratio between the number of students in our master program, 565, and number in our PhD program. We're about the same number, 567. We have 12 or 13 master programs. You see all the different types. I won't take the time to describe each one. You will find a lot of detail about this on our website. In the PhD program, we have a selection there of computational, data science, life science, material science and engineering, engineering systems, petroleum engineering, physics, and mathematics and mechanics. In fact, physics is also where photonics is located. So this is the distribution. You can see that data science, this is the largest number, and then we have life science and engineering system as the third one that we have for the master program. If we look now, we have phenomenal teaching and research laboratories. I think the students are, we have a very great Fab Lab, which is used extensively in innovation workshop, but the students can use it during their studies. It's open 24/7. And we have great IT labs, cyber physical systems lab, hybrid photonics, and so on. So, which are research labs, which are used also for teaching. I think it's a phenomenal campus. Maybe you've heard about it already, but I think it's really important. I think it creates a phenomenal opportunity with a lot of spaces for students to work. In fact, we're just developing now a learning cafe for our library. So we are really innovating, and the campus won the best campus prize a few years ago for the world. So you can see that this is a great place to learn. We are also part of the partner in developing the Skolkovo innovation ecosystem. So we are located, we are the university, which is in the middle of the Skolkovo Techno Park. And there are startups, there are participant companies, government, the city of Moscow is very involved, venture funds, the Techno Park, and also there are schools, hospitals. It's a real city, and this makes it quite interesting. And you are most welcome to join us, and it will be a real pleasure to see you at Skoltech. So please, and this is our graduating students, a class from last year, throwing their caps, and this is the end of our graduation ceremony. Our next graduation ceremony will be very soon. It will be next Friday, 28th of June. A great event. Thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you, Clement, for this inspiring, actually, presentation. I really hope that our viewers liked it a lot, as I did, actually. And we do, of course, have several questions. But guys, I just remind you that after every topic and after every session, we're going to have Q&A session. So feel free to answer the questions, but I encourage you to ask the particular questions according to the topic. So the other questions will be answered as well, but those particular questions to the topic will be answered live. And now we have several questions regarding our topic. So the first one, the CDO model, which you described, where does it come from?
Well, it came from Professor Crawley at MIT, and initially it was developed in collaboration with 3 Swedish universities, and it's now an international initiative which spans almost the whole world. The number of universities in Asia, Singapore, Australia, many, and then in Europe. Europe is very, very active now, and in North America also.
Thank you. And another question, so it will be final for you, but again, guys, don't worry. All the questions will be answered in the comments, but the related questions will be answered live. So you mentioned Fab Lab. So what is it exactly?
Well, the Fab Lab is a laboratory facility where there are 3D printing machines for students, a number of them, laser cutters, resources for electronics, for manufacturing out of wood. So students, it's a place where the students can create their ideas for prototypes, for their ideas for projects. And this is a very important facility that we have. And students can go there, like I was saying, at any time during the day or the weekend and create what they would like to make real.
Yeah, and it's really impressive. And by the way, guys, you can check our previous episodes, and we describe there like what Fab Lab is actually is like in more detail. So feel free to watch it after our session. So, Professor Fortan, thank you very much for your time, and we will continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, and that was a quick overview of the education concept. And now we are ready to start discussing the program structure in more details. So again, guys, just reminding you that previously in our previous episodes, we described the content of each program available at Skoltech, but now we will discuss structures of the program and all those components. And we will start with master programs, and the best person to help to understand what it is and how it works and how it is designed will be the head of education program delivery. So Dmitry Artamonov, let's welcome. Dmitry, hello.
Hello.
Happy to see you. So actually there is a lot to understand for our viewers and spectators. So we can't wait to know more about that. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Thank you. So let's start with the end. In the end, you will receive your diploma, and the diploma is Master Skoltech diploma, which is bilingual, nice and sleek green design. And also, you will have a Russian state diploma as well, both after successful PhD defense. So what are the requirements To get there, let me remind on Skoltech mission and vision, which was covered in the previous presentation. So the first goal, of course, is cutting-edge basic and applied research and education. And also, Skoltech also works to create business opportunities and bridge the gap between applied research and industry. So, based on this, let me remind again 4 main parts of education at Skoltech. This is education, research, entrepreneurship and innovation, and close relationship with industry. So that's why all curriculum elements in master's program are classified by streams. So the first is STE, Science, Technology and Engineering. These are courses related to scientific and engineering fundamentals. The next one is Industrial Immersion. This is the period in summer after the first year when you will work in companies, in industry. The other one is E&I, so-called Entrepreneurship and Innovation courses. And a lot of this part will be covered in the next presentation. And of course, options, which are elective coursework and research projects. And all of this ultimately bind with MSc thesis project on the right on this slide, which starts in the very beginning and ends with your defense and degree in the end. So let's take a look at the milestones for master thesis project. So first of all, you should identify your research advisor and propose thesis topic. This usually happens no later than January first year of studies. Then, of course, you perform your research project for your degree during year 1 and year 2. Status review, it's so-called pre-defense, that will happen January year 2. Then real pre-defense in May, and the defense in the very end, June year 2. So who is the research advisor? Research advisor is Skoltech faculty, always Skoltech faculty, who hold the primary responsibility for mentoring student and research work. Of course, it's the role to guide student for thesis defense and secure successful defense. So you should identify a supervisor no later than January year 1. So next slide, we'll see the structure of academic year. This is the first year. We start with innovation workshop, September. Then November, December starts term 2 with all mandatory courses for all programs. Then we'll go into winter term, so-called. This is January. This is independent study period. You will have a separate presentation about this fascinating period of your studies. Then term 3, term 4, again, each for 2 months, all filled with courses and research. And in summer, we go for industrial immersion in companies. So year 2 is much more simple. It's all devoted to your research. Of course, you can take several courses, but the research will be main focus here that will result in thesis defense, and degree. So we have some interesting points about the course registration. So we usually start registration for courses 3 weeks before the beginning of the term, and that means that you can choose your individual educational path and you could review your curriculum and consult with your program coordinator which courses are better for you. And also, one interesting thing here at Skoltech is that we have also a drop period. So for example, if you don't like the course, you can drop it during the first week of the term and take other courses which are more suitable for your education. So thus, we all provide opportunities for all students to have this personalized individual study trajectory, and that will result in successful defense in the end. So on the next slide, and this will be the final slide for me, and this is again a list of your all master's programs at Skoltech, just to remind you, so it will be easier for you to choose wisely the best program for you that will result in your degree. Thank you.
Thank you, Dmitry. That was very informative. I think our viewers appreciate that as much as I do. Actually, we have several questions. So you mentioned about the registration for the courses. So what happens if I register for the course but cannot attend it?
Usually you fail it. It's easy. But of course, I mentioned that we have a drop period, which is the first week of each term, when you should decide whether you can attend, do you like course, or do you not like. So within this period, students can drop the courses. So this is the idea of a drop period. But after this, you don't attend course, you fail the course. That's easy.
Yeah, it's really easy, and it's actually a great opportunity just to understand how it works. Okay, thank you. So where can we find all the list of the courses available?
Also very easy. This is a link for our website. We have a web page called Course Catalog. You just go there. You can see courses for current year, and for the next academic year, it will be available, of course, in August. So
Great. So guys, again, we encourage you to visit our website. We have like special devoted pages to it. Okay, Dmitry, so thank you very much for this information. And guys, again, in case you still have a question, but you're late just to type it in the comments, feel free to just type it in again later, and we will answer them in the comments. So, and we will continue. So, as previously mentioned, that entrepreneurship and innovation component is very important in the whole Skoltech learning process. And of course, this brings me to the legendary innovation workshop course. What it is exactly will be explained by its director of Center for Entrepreneurship and Innovation. But before that, I invite you just to dive in the atmosphere of the last innovation workshop.
You ready? Let's go. Yeah. For those of you that want to know what we're all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% luck, 20% skill, 15% concentrated power of will, 5% pleasure, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the name.
Okay, hello, Dmitry.
Hello, Natalia.
Nice to see you. We are very happy to have you with us today because, like, when we discuss Skoltech education process, we cannot discuss it without entrepreneurship and innovation component. And of course, at Skoltech, they say that the best person to explain about it is, of course, Professor Dmitry Kulish. So, do you agree with this, by the way?
Of course, for sure.
Okay, so we can't wait then just to proceed. So the floor is yours.
Okay, dear applicants, almost welcome to Skoltech. So I agree that innovation workshop is legendary. I agree that innovation workshop is world famous, but honestly, my teaching program, E&I, Entrepreneurship and Innovation, my Center of E&I, CI, Center of Entrepreneurship and Innovation, it is much more than innovation workshop. It is the whole stream of courses coming from innovation workshop into advanced managerial project-based technological courses. And today we have, I believe, 14 different courses. On the top of them, we have student business plan competitions, special student events, startup club, So if I start telling you the whole story of Skoltech E&I universe, it would take too much time. So let me show you presentation that in general explains our approach to E&I, to entrepreneurship and innovation. And then, if you're interested, go check course catalog and you will see the list of our courses. So here we go. Key question. Why and how Skoltech teaches science, technology, and engineering master students to innovate? First question is why. Most people believe that innovation is somehow related to money, and it is not true. Innovation is not about money. It is about bringing value to people who are all around you, and the magic of innovation is that when you bring value to people, when you solve other people's problems, people first give you respect and love, second, they give you freedom, and only then, later, they give you money. So we teach you not to make money, we teach you to solve other people's problems with complicated science and technology, for which you will receive plenty of love and freedom, and you will be surprised. You will be surprised how tricky it is to care about others, to use your love and freedom, because they come with responsibility. You see, that's the core of our teachings. Most people enjoy it. Money come later, and they come for sure. We know statistically, after 10 years of teaching, that most of you will love Skoltech E&I, and well, most of you will love Skoltech Innovation Workshop. The picture on this screen is, as you may guess, from Innovation Workshop. 350 happy students finishing intensive, gruesome, 1-month-long project course, but you see they're happy, so trust me, you also will be happy. We teach you, again, people ask, so Dimitri, as innovation professor, exactly what you teach? Difficult question to answer. I know that I teach you to do things that you've never done before, but for each of you, these things are different. For some of you, it is important to understand that when life changes, when your lane ends, you have to either lead or follow, and you have to choose to lead. Some other people enjoy teamwork teachings. So this beautiful hockey game that made Russian team champions of Olympic Games, as you see from the picture, it is all about teamwork. Some of you will teach how to prototype. Some of you will teach how to do validation experiments. Some of you will Some of you will learn how to prototype and to do validation experiments. Some of you will learn how to talk to other people about your prototypes. All these phases of innovation come together in Innovation Workshop and in Skoltech E&I teachings. Also, innovation activities is an amazing way to network. Some pragmatic, almost cynical people, they say that education is just another name for professional networking. And when you just sit in class listening to lecture, networking is not very efficient. But when you do project courses, go into Fab Lab, go into customer development together, it is amazingly good tool of networking. Some people tell me, Dimitri, Innovation Workshop, I will remember forever for networking. To me, it is not the best answer because I want to be professor of innovation, but again, you will enjoy networking with hundreds of bright people, dozens of professors in the middle of the beautiful Skoltech campus. We know that some of you will hate Skoltech E&I. We know that some of you today, from the very beginning, suspect that something is fishy about this innovation story that calls you to sell science for money. Of course, right now, let's not start this discussion, but ask yourself a question. So, first of all, what you are afraid in these innovation games? Yes, you are afraid to prototype in 2 hours in the middle of the night. Yes, it is intensive and tricky, but it is doable. Yes, you are afraid of talking to alien and strange people who don't really want to listen to you. Well, it is doable. Of course, some of you are afraid to lead, some of you are afraid to teamwork. And I know that today you're already afraid and uncomfortable about the things, but ask yourself a question. If you go for higher education, if you go for magister studies, isn't it exactly to do something that you are not comfortable of today, but that is known in society as beneficial traits and competencies? So that's what we will give to you in Skoltech E&I. If you are interested, read the course catalog. You will see very particular titles of the courses, and you will see that we have a well-rounded program. The miracle that I, as a professor, want to achieve is I want to see a student who joins Skoltech in September, who builds this team in the innovation, his or her team in the innovation workshop, who then go into customer development and business planning courses. In February, this person should have a team and business plan approved by expert bodies. And by next summer, this person must have patent filed and angel investment into his or her startup receiving this patent, all in the course of 1 year. It is possible. It happens sometimes, very rarely, but it happens in Skoltech, and this is the opportunity that we offer to you. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, thank you. That was really inspiring, yes. And of course, we have questions. The first question, can I skip innovation workshop?
You cannot skip innovation workshop because Dean of Education Kliman Forten doesn't want you to skip.
So it's a mandatory course. So you have to, all master students have to pass it. If you like it or not, but still you need to do this, yeah? But you will like it, don't worry. Okay, the next question is, so what do PhD students do regarding innovation entrepreneurship component?
We do special dedicated side program for PhDs that includes many diverse courses. So no worries. Again, check course code catalog for PhDs and you will see that basically it is mirror of a course code catalog for magister students. So no worries, you will have the same good balanced program.
Okay, thank you. And the other, probably the last question for answering it live, it's whether it's possible to study only entrepreneurship and innovation and not to study some other science fields.
Very good question. Thank you for your enthusiasm to E&I, but no. Skoltech is a scientific school. We are very proud of it. As innovation professor, I know that you will not become innovator without intensive practice of science. So whatever we do in Skoltech, it includes 70% of science and 30% of E&I. So please find your balance.
And by the way, spoiler alert, we're going to have a special session about how to use your startup as a thesis, by the way, which can be actually a little bit answering your need, maybe how to say. Okay, thank you, Dmitry. Anyway, thank you very much for being with us, and we really appreciate your time here, and hopefully you guys will meet Dmitry soon as well. Okay, we will continue.
Thank you.
Okay, that was entrepreneurship and innovation component, which is very important. The other important component of each master program is industrial immersion, because at Skoltech we believe that without your practical experience and practical activities for your knowledge, it's absolutely impossible to achieve the great result. And at Skoltech we have a special dedicated office to industrial immersion, because there we do a lot of work to find this industrial experience for each Skoltech student. But to help us to understand, to get to the point in this particular component, I would like to invite our head of industrial immersion office, Zhanna Turbarova. Jana, welcome to our broadcast. We're very happy to have you. And we really think that it's important and you can prove it, right?
Oh, sure, with great pleasure. Thank you
Okay.
very much for inviting.
So we can't wait to hear about that.
Thank you. Well, hello, future Skoltech students. Well, I'm so happy to have this opportunity to talk to you now and tell you about a very unique experience at Skoltech. Well, together with Innovation Workshop, industrial immersion is one of the highlights of master program at Skoltech. And here we go. My clicker won't work. Okay. Guys, well, sorry for this technical delay. It happens when you are on the air. Well, now we're back to the industrial immersion. Please be sure that there is no escape from industrial immersion if you are a Skoltech student. And I hope next year, next summer, we will be placing you in industrial companies in Russia for a very unique experience. So, industrial immersion is your internship in companies, R&D institutions, small innovative companies or startups, and to get knowledge and skills in real industrial sector. It is a mandatory educational element, so you all will have to take it next summer if you are with us. Well, now a little bit. Oh, pardon. Oh, так, я забыла. Sorry, guys. Key features. Key features. As I mentioned, industrial company, the host company, is a innovative startup or resident of Skolkovo ecosystem R&D institute. Your project is a short-term development of assigned task of research, manufacturing, or operational problems specified by the company. It is for 8 weeks in summer, full-time in company's premises and in Russia. So you can choose any location if you are happy to find a self-initiated project. So you even can go to so far as to Vladivostok for your industrial immersion, and Skoltech will help you in this. Please have a look at the list of companies we had last summer. So this is about 100 companies, even more. Among them are market leaders, small companies, startups. So you will have a big range of different companies to choose. You may also bring in the company of your choice. Also, please have a look at the examples of projects, for example, in the data science program. So the tasks are quite sophisticated and complicated in the cutting-edge technologies. Very briefly about the timeline. we together start in January, February, preparing you for this. We select projects from companies in February, March. We distribute you to projects in April and May. And in June, July, or August, you do the project in companies. In October, we have a big industry day, Skoltech Industry Day, a conference which gathers companies, scientists, academia, and students to exchange opinions about the immersion experience and to network. You will be asked to deliver a report and a poster as a result of your industrial immersion. So during the conference, we will have a poster session when all of you will be presenting your posters and the companies will approach you and ask questions. This is a half-day event with the company stands and people from industry. So, and as well, industrial immersion is your opportunity for a career opportunities. Yes, it is a bridge to career opportunities. Sorry for this tautology. And I'm welcoming you to consider this and hope to see you with us next summer.
Thank you, Jana. So guys, now you know more about the program itself. And we, of course, have several questions regarding this interesting and very important component, actually. So the first one, can I get the salary from the company during my internships?
If you are that good and the company is that happy with your performance, with your deliverables, it's your agreement with the company as a physical entity. With us, as a legal entity, university and a company, we have a different pro bono, a free of charge agreement. So if the company wants to pay you compensation, it's fine, you are open for this. But we refrain you from asking specifically for a salary from a company while you are doing the immersion there.
And remind you guys that you're going to have a scholarship, yes, during those days.
Of course.
Yes.
You
So
keep your scholarship.
yeah, it won't be that you will not have any earnings. So you will have your your scholarship, and of course, like salary, it's like a pleasant thing, but you can probably survive without it. The other quick question regarding this, you already mentioned it during your presentation, but let's repeat it. So for industrial immersion, we'll be working at companies based in Moscow only, or is it my personal choice? And what are the limits?
In terms of Russia, if you bring in the project of your choice, you agree with the company, say in Novosibirsk or Yuzhno-Sakhalinsk or Vladivostok, and we, Skoltech, approve the project, so you can go there and we cover the expenses, but within Russian Federation.
But in case it's abroad?
Abroad, it's still a question due to various reasons, and we know them. This is visa issues, this is complicated logistics, this is insurance, and other stuff we cannot predict at the moment. So we place all our students in Russia. This is safe and risk-wise is reasonable. Well, we cover the expenses, and please don't worry, international students, you will be absolutely happy with Russian companies. Russian tech people do speak English, and you will be immersed in really nice environment.
Yes, thank you. Now, like we have covered all the concerns actually of our applicants. Yes, great. So,
Salary and
yes, the main things actually. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Jana, very much, and we will continue. Guys, remember I told you that Skoltech is very special, has a special concept, etc. And another very special thing is actually you can meet actually very rarely, and it differs Skoltech from other classical universities. The thing which I'm talking about, this is the special period during program structure at Skoltech. This is called independent studies period. and we will invite our next expert to understand what it is actually. Please welcome Adelia Idiatulina. Adelia, hi. Happy to have you with us today. So you have a very interesting topic, and I'm myself very excited to know more about that because this is actually my favorite part, the Skoltech education process. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello everyone, my name is Adelia and I'm part of Education Department team, and today I will shed some light on ISP, Independent Study Period. And I truly believe that ISP is the most unique and diverse period of learning at Skoltech. So what is it? And the first thing I would like to say that ISP is a 3 weeks term in January, and fortunately it is mandatory for our first master year students. The second thing I would like to mention here, ISP offers a variety of courses proposed by Skoltech faculty, researchers, invited lecturers, and students. Yes, Skoltech students are empowered to deliver their own developed courses here at Skoltech. And another thing I would like to say that ISP focuses on 4 main areas, and it is broadening horizon, so-called interdisciplinary courses, soft skills development, entrepreneurship and innovation, and career development. So let's have a look at our courses. So this is the list of ISP courses delivered during ISP 2024. So the first one is EQ and Hardcore Games by Professor Kulish, and you have seen him already today. A course about ChatGPT by external expert Jeffrey Harris. The Scientific Path to Happiness by our PhD student Javier Penuela. So yes, we are happy at Skoltech here. Roadmap to Career Success by Skoltech Career Center and Jana Turbarova, who you also seen today. Then the presentation skills and academic communication in VR glasses. So this is so-called public speaking simulator in virtual reality by our Skoltech professor Elizaveta Tikhamirova. Then the art of public speaking by external expert, and this is the Seda Kasparova Voice School. And the last one is advanced PCB design by our first master year student, Dmitry Zatekin, who actually managed to take his students to factory to see the real industry. How cool is that? And if you ask me what to do in ISP, I would say take various courses as much as you can and go beyond your main educational field. So make your study truly interdisciplinary. And second thing, lead a self-developed course and participate in the best ISP student course competition. This competition is initiated specifically for students, and the winners of this competition get extra scholarship. So to sum up, ISP is about freedom, diversity, and flexibility. That's all.
Adele, thank you for this introduction to this, my favorite, actually, my personal favorite part of Skoltech education process. And actually, I'm very envious of our Skoltech students because they have this opportunity, and actually I didn't have it when I was a student. Like our students are very lucky ones. Of course, we have questions. How many courses can I take during ISP? Can be my schedule flexible?
Yes, for sure. Your schedule could be flexible and you are in charge of your schedule. ISP workload is calculated in hours, and we do have our minimum number of hours and maximum. So the minimum is 90 hours and the maximum is 120. So you decide. You can take, for example, Dmitry Kulish's course that is about 40 hours and then take a few small ones, or you can just make your schedule from different small courses and it will be also okay.
Great. By the way, guys, I remember the times when we had salsa chords during our OSP. Can you imagine? Now it's a little bit different, but anyway. And of course, the next question, you mentioned that, but probably we need to repeat. So how many credits can we get for ISP?
So yeah, I mentioned that ISP workload is calculated in hours. So the requirement is 90 hours. It is basically around 3 credits.
Okay, guys, now you know that. So it's like credit-bearing activity.
Yeah, it's a compulsory element, part of curriculum, but in order to ease the life of our students, we count courses in hours.
Great. So I think it's really amazing. Thank you, Adele, for telling
My
us about it.
pleasure.
Yes, and we will continue. As part of the program, of each program, actually Skoltech offers a range of opportunities. One of the opportunities, this is the academic mobility. So probably you understand what I'm talking about, but at Skoltech we have special structures and special requirements. And for that, I would like to invite our next expert from the education department team. Please welcome Елена Дите. Елена, hi.
Hello, Natalia.
Oh, I think the next part is very, very, very interesting as well, guys, because everybody likes to travel, but we should travel properly, right?
Exactly. That's what I'm going to tell about.
Yeah, great. So we can't wait to hear about that. So the floor is yours.
Thank you. So, dear audience online, dear prospective students, it's my great pleasure to tell you about the academic mobility here at Skoltech. Being an international university, here at Skoltech, we really think that a young researcher shall have an opportunity to experience different scientific environment, to interact with different cultures, to be able to learn from colleagues all around the globe. That's why we continue to support the academic mobility program here at Skoltech. So for our master students, actually the academic mobility programs offers an opportunity of a 2 to 3 months research internship to a highly ranked institutions and world-recognized research laboratories. This opportunity is designed for the best performing students who show great results in their academic studies and great progress with their thesis research. The selections to oh, I'm so sorry. This opportunity is given on a competitive selection basis. On this slide, you can see the timeline. So the selection itself happens in the end of the first year of a master's programs, and the trips themselves, they occur in the second year. What is important, and I need to underline this, during the selection process, the students present their research projects. The research projects need to have solid motivation for doing them as outside of Skoltech, and the research projects need to be supported by a Skoltech professor and a hosting professor from the partner university. That is really important. So once again, to underline, Skoltech academic mobility for master students is research focused, it is selective, and as you can see on the next slide, it really covers the great variety of partner universities. It really can offer you an opportunity of your internship almost in any part of the world. Our PhD students actually also have an opportunity for academic mobility. The terms and conditions here are a little bit different because for PhD students, the trips are even more research focused. And I would say that the majority of trips here come to conference attendance and presentation. But that's it. So here it is.
Elena, thank you. So this was really informative and very important to know. So of course we have questions. How much time maximum can I spend during the academic mobility, in the academic mobility probably?
The recommended period is 2 to 3 months. In exceptional cases, it can be extended, but usually we do not encourage to do this because it can interfere with the education process at Skoltech.
Of course, yes. Thank you. And the next question is like, is it applicable, these academic mobility requirements, is it applicable for PhD programs?
The PhD students, they do have requirements to attend international conferences. That's why we support PhD students' academic mobility as well. But it is not, the principle of the program is a little bit different here.
But anyway, it's like academic mobility for PhD students
Yes,
as well.
exactly.
Anyway, yes. So guys, you can see that we have a lot of opportunity here at Skoltech, and Elena has just proved it. Thank you, Elena, very much for doing that,
It was
actually.
my pleasure, Natalia.
Yeah. Okay, let's move to our next component, speaking about our program, how it's designed. And one of the things and the components of the program is, of course, thesis. But at Skoltech, again, we have it special, as we have a lot of special things. And we previously have already mentioned many times that for Skoltech professors and administration, it's really important that our students are engaged in different entrepreneurship innovation activities. And of course, we cherish the ability of our students to make their own startups. And speaking about like thesis and startups, so actually you can have your startup as a thesis. Imagine. So let's invite our next expert to understand how it works actually. So please welcome Education Department member Anastasia Tyagusova. Anastasia, welcome. We're happy to have you with us. This is really important to understand how it works because it's like kind of new thing for Skoltech, and we are very excited, like myself as well. Like, can you just imagine, startup is a thesis, and can you explain us?
Sure.
Yeah, the floor is
My
yours.
pleasure. Hello everyone, my name is Anastasia Tyagusova and I will tell you about the new opportunity for our Skoltech students, Startup as Thesis. Startup as Thesis is part of a larger program of the Russian Ministry of Science and Higher Education. And what benefits can you gain of the program? You can fulfill the startup team potential, developing a startup project for further development of socioeconomic or technological fields. You can apply practically oriented technologies in your work. You can gain practice in leading a team, promoting and creating your own business. Startup as Thesis is a special track. It's called Tech. It is aimed to foster and enable students' innovations. Here, you can apply to create your startup and defend it as a thesis, your individual contribution to science and technology under supervision of your research advisor, by mentorship of the Skoltech E&I Center, and support of the Skoltech MSc program. Applicants are welcome and encouraged to present their project in front of the SAT expert panel, which includes industry experts, invited entrepreneurs, and also Skoltech faculty. One of the mandatory requirements for Skoltech students to apply for the SAT project is having a SAT project team, which can consist of Skoltech students of one or several educational programs, research advisors, co-advisors, Skoltech employees, and external experts. What is Startup as Thesis? This is 70% of students' individual work and results, technical and/or scientific research, development of a product technology, and 30% of entrepreneurial part, marketing analysis, customer development, and all these things, etc., etc. So that is all from my side. Thank you for your attention.
Anastasia, thank you. That was really, really informative and very useful. So, of course, we have questions. Okay, how do I start my startup? Where can I get the ideas? Any abundant ideas bank? So probably it's like not related to you in particular, but of course we can.
Students actually start at the innovation workshop. They exchange ideas and all these things, and they then they can go to their research advisors and ask, and also go to their programs and get some piece of advice. And with all this, they come up with some ideas and start working. And then in March, they can already apply.
Wow, yes, it's really useful. So, guys, again, you can see that at Skoltech we have a very vibrant atmosphere and community of students who have already had this experience. They can share. We have a lot of instructors. So, it's you will be fine if you get into Skoltech, right?
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, thank you, Anastasia. And we would like to continue to the next thing. And we keep moving around our understanding how programs at Skoltech work. So we already discussed master programs and some components of it, but now we can see that we have a lot of questions about PhD programs. So, and let's dive into PhD program structure. And for that, I already want to invite the expert. Actually, you already know. So please welcome Dmitry Artamonov. Okay, Dmitry, welcome back again. So in renewed look, actually. So everything for you guys. You see, so how prepared we are. And of course, let's be serious and just talk about PhD studies, which is really, really serious. And Dmitry now probably will explain us why, right? Yes. Sure. Please, let's start.
Thank you. So let's talk now about doctoral programs at Skoltech. And again, sorry, but I again start with the end. And in the end, you will have PhD defense, which is the most important part and the ultimate goal of your journey as a PhD student. And with the defense, it's not only the day of your defense, it's also a degree, which you will be awarded in the end. And also about degree requirements, but now for PhD. So here the focus is a bit different. Here the first place, of course, is your PhD thesis research. Also, there is a requirement, in contrast to master studies, to publish several papers and present at several conferences, also to pass courses, and this is defense in the very end. So requirements for publications include at least 2 papers in Web of Science Scopus index journals and 2 presentations and higher ranked conferences. But please note that these requirements vary a lot within different education programs. This is a big slide. You shouldn't remember all at once, but this is just to give a understanding that in all programs you have different requirements. Sometimes you need to publish 3 papers. In other programs you need to publish in high impact factor journals. So you should learn by heart these requirements from the day one at Skoltech. So these will be always available on the website and everywhere for you. So let's talk now about milestones. So in the PhD, you will have annual progress review, which is the status review on your research progress, which is held annually in autumn, in September, October. Then you should defend your thesis proposal no later than year 2, pass all candidate exams, coursework by the end of year 3, and then, of course, pre-defense and defense. This is very similar to master program. Now, there is a note at the bottom of this slide that not only publication requirements vary a lot of different programs, but also coursework and course load is also very different in different programs. Sometimes you should have passed 0 courses on some programs, advanced major field courses, but in other programs, you're required to pass 2 or 3 courses in your research area. So this is the structure of your doctoral program. This is again thesis research, annual progress review, thesis proposal, candidate exams in English, philosophy, and your research area, which we call qualifying exam, courses, research methodology, advanced major field courses, again, which are dependent on your program, pedagogical experience, when you help course instructor at one of our courses to teach those courses for master students, and this is final review, which is pre-defense and defense after the end of the program. One more time about the supervisor, because this is the main person who will help you with your thesis, with your research, and with your defense. And also doctoral study office. Our faces also are here with Dmitry, Yelena, Victoria, and Nadezhda, who will also guide you through all your journey through all those 4 years. In the last slide, again, the list of PhD programs for you to easy choose and come at Skoltech and apply here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dmitry. So that was really informative, and for our potential PhD applicants, this is very good to understand how it will work. And we do have questions. So the first question is it important to have a research supervisor all the time?
It's absolutely important to have a supervisor. Even when once you're applying, you already should discuss your research project in advance. So this is extremely important, and you cannot do your research without supervisor at any point.
Mm-hmm. And actually, yes, there is one more question which you have already touched. It's about the application process for the PhD program. So during the admissions process for the PhD programs, of course, yes, we do require research proposal. So the questions from our viewers are like how to get the best research proposal. So it's probably just
contact supervisor, of course.
Again, guys,
with him or with her the best option which is suitable both for you and for supervisor.
Yes, it's extremely, guys, important to contact your research supervisor in advance, and it's actually guarantees, not guarantees, but like provides more chances for success during your admission for PhD program. The other question. Yes, okay, yes. The other question is, how long should we stay at PhD program?
So the duration of PhD program depends on your research area and your program. So it could be either 4 years or 3 years. And also you will have 1 more year after the formal graduation to defend. So you won't have the status of a PhD student, but you will have an opportunity to defend after successful pre-defense within 3 or 4 years educational program. So 1 year after you can defend.
Mm-hmm, thank you. And the other question is, can I have a research supervisor from the other university?
No, but you can have a co-advisor from another university. So for example, we have joint projects with other universities. The primary supervisor is always Skoltech faculty, but co-advisor may be from the other university as well.
Mm-hmm. Thank you, Dmitry. And we will continue. Okay, guys, now you have a clear understanding how PhD program at Skoltech works. And I know that for a lot of you, this is actually very exciting and motivating, and we see a lot of applications for our PhD programs. And that's why we understand that it's interesting for you. The other thing that are very interesting and very special again, and we keep proving that at Skoltech we have everything special, is that from now on, we can, being as a master student, applying actually for master program, you can already in advance understand whether you will be at PhD program. And we call it 2+3 paths. And this is an very interesting initiative and very useful, especially for those who are dreaming of their PhD studies, deep research thing at the laboratories during the studies at the PhD program. So this is really, really useful thing. So just to understand how it works, let us invite our next expert from Education Department, Nadezhda Donsu. Nadezhda, hi. Yes, this is interesting topic. We very happy that you are here and you will explain us why. And guys, be very attentive. Nadezhda knows a lot and you should be very attentive to listen to her. The floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, hello everyone, my name is Nadezhda, and today my presentation is for those of you prospective master students that already know that they want to continue their studies at the PhD level and who thinks and probably even dreams about scientific career. So what is PhD 2+3? This path allows students to get master diploma in 2 years, which is common, and PhD degree in 3 years or even less as soon as ready. And later I will tell you how it's possible. They will continue into PhD program without standard admission process in case of successful pre-defense of their master thesis. And ideally, they will have one research with one supervisor throughout their master and PhD studies at Skoltech. So what is so wonderful about PhD 2+3? What are the benefits? As I already mentioned during the last slide, it is seamless continuation into PhD program without standard admission process. Students that take thesis proposal defense and research methodology during year 2 of their master studies can get increased scholarship, but it is subject to scholarship council decision. They also can get scholarship payment in July, August after graduation from master program, again, subject to scholarship council approval. Course credits taken during master studies can be transferred to PhD, which means that during PhD, students have more time to focus on their thesis, on their research, and finish it in 3 years or earlier. And finally, these students who publish good quality papers during their master studies can get increased scholarship during year 1 of their PhD, again subject to scholarship council approval. And usually PhD students get this opportunity only after year 1 of their PhD. Regarding the structure of master and PhD program, on the master level, the only difference is that you can take thesis proposal defense and research methodology course from PhD program during year 2. On the PhD level, as the course credits can be transferred from master studies to PhD, students have more time to focus on their research, writing their thesis, writing papers, presenting their findings on the conferences, and other exciting things. But they still also need to pass candidate exam, get pedagogical experience, pass annual progress review, thesis final review, and finally defend their thesis. And the timeline. Recommendation can be received by the students from admission committee during admissions, or from the program director or potential supervisor during term 1 or 2. Students received this recommendation and who are interested in PhD 2+3 will ask to submit 5 years individual study plan and motivation statement till the end of term 2. During term 3, doctoral program committee will hold selection to PhD 2+3. And remember, it is a competition as we have limited number of places. And the confirmation on seamless continuation to PhD will receive only those students who successfully pre-defend their master thesis. After that, they will still need to defend successful as well their thesis. And finally, they can start their PhD in autumn. Thank you very much.
Nadezhda, thank you very much. So it's a very complicated thing, but now, guys, you understand because Nadezhda helped us a lot in that. Okay, and we do have questions. So how can we receive recommendation to PhD 2+3 path?
So you can receive recommendation by showing your strong desire and the passion and actually ability for academic research during admission and during term 1, term 2. So probably you have already strong research previously, or probably even papers published. So please just don't be shy, show off, and be proactive.
Thank you. The other question is, what if I do not receive final confirmation on continuation to PhD? Can I still apply to PhD program?
Yes, the simple answer is yes, you can apply, but in this case, you will need to go through the standard admission process for PhD.
And guys, I remind you how to apply. So at our student.skoltech.io, you will have all the information about it. Okay, Nadezhda, thank you very much.
Thank you, Natalia.
Guys, every universities have, of course, libraries, and Skoltech is not exclusion. Of course, we have libraries as well, but again, we consider it special. So now let's see why is it so special.
Hey, did you study for the math test? Do you see that sign? I was just whispering. No talking! This is a library! It must be quiet! People are trying to study!
Hi everyone, my name is Ivan Smagin, I'm the head of our library, and now I would like to share with you the concept of our library. As you can see, we have a beautiful space here at the library. There is one major important principle of our space. It is a self-paced space. That means that students decide how to use all the facilities that are available at the library. Another principle is that we work 24/7. That means day or night you can visit us without any constraints and learn here and make your research. As every library, we have some books, and we have a huge book crossing area. And here you can freely take any book or bring any book that you like. And we also have a classical library where are the textbooks for your study. And this space is organized as a self-service space. That means you don't need a librarian support to take any book or bring any book to the library. You do it by yourself. Here at the library we have a lot of space for individual work, but also we have a lot of space for the group work. And you as students can meet as groups and work on your group problems here at the library.
Well, that was our quick journey to our library. Actually, it's very close to this place, particularly where our studio is located. But you already understand how exciting it is. And I understand that listening to all these information sessions about the education process, you might get bored already. I can understand that. But don't worry. At Skoltech, our students do not only study, they have a lot of other activities. And actually, it's my pleasure to invite our expert from student department, Елена Киселева, to prove that. Елена, hi.
Hi.
Nice to have you here. And we hope that you will truly prove that our students do not only study, but do what? So now we're waiting for your this information. Okay, the first yours.
Thanks. Hi everyone, my name is Elena and today I will share some interesting facts about our student life because as you already know, our students don't only study and demonstrate high results in science and technology, but also spend good time and do a lot of extracurricular activities. So let's take a look. So in order to develop the creative side of our students, every year we organize a large-scale event, which is called the Talent Show, where the students have an opportunity to show their creative side. So they demonstrate different music performances, dance performances, poetry reading, and so much more. And we do everything we can in order to provide them with this opportunity. So for the music bands, for example, we have a fully equipped music room where the bands can rehearse and master their skills. For the dancers, we have a professional trainer, which regularly conducts classes here on campus. Also, we have portable mirrors, so the groups can actually rehearse pretty much anytime, anywhere. So basically, it's really nice to see the way the students can reveal their creative potential, and it's really nice for us to see them shine bright on stage every year. Another event which we enjoy here at Skoltech is the International Night. So as you probably already know, Skoltech is a very diverse international community represented by students from all over the world. And we do everything possible to make them feel like home here at Skoltech. And every year we celebrate this diversity by organizing the International Night, in frames of which the students have a chance to share some interesting facts about their countries. They prepare traditional dishes, showcase their costumes, which is also very uniting and always very sweet and very welcoming. So if you guys do apply and do get selected, you'll definitely take part in lots of other events. So the first one that we organize in October is the initiation. So the second year students get a chance to welcome the first year students. They organize a campus quest and different secret rituals, which I cannot really share at the moment because you do need to apply and you do have to be here in order to see it. We throw different parties like Halloween, New Year's. We organize small cozy events like music concerts, poetry reading. From time to time, we also do charity events. For example, last year we had a blood donation, which was initiated by our students and which united not just the students, but the entire Skoltech community. And also we do dance events, different scientific events, so lots of different initiatives which we always enjoy and which are always very pleasant. In the beginning of the year, we organize a clubs fair where each student has a chance either to initiate or to join a club. At the moment, we have more than 20 active clubs of the most diverse types, so different language clubs, dancing, yoga. So we have professional trainers coming here on campus to work with our students. We have sports clubs, photography, and much, much more. We have 3 official teams, football, volleyball, and basketball, which are considered to be the official teams of Skoltech and which represent our university at different competitions and different leagues. We have our internal tournaments like tennis or arm wrestling or chess, which are also organized by the students and which are proposed by the students. So again, if you get selected and if you're here and there is a specific sports which you do, you can propose an event or you can propose a club, and if there are people interested, then we'll definitely do everything to support you. Another important point which I'd like to highlight today is that here we do everything possible to engage our students as much as we can into different decision-making processes which impact the way our university functions and the campus functions. So we have a student council which is comprised of the students who are interested in building a strong and efficient student community. So what they do, they suggest and propose different events, different initiatives. They conduct different surveys in order to see how much the students are satisfied with what they have here on campus. They suggest different charity events. They do a lot of volunteering, so we also involve them into our university events. So I would say that this is probably what makes Skoltech special, is that students really feel a true part of the entire community. And we're really proud to see that not only they achieve high results in their studies in the spheres of science and technology, but as well contribute to building a strong community here at Skoltech. So this is all on my end. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, feel free to ask.
Yeah, thank you very much. That was really motivating. Guys, now you understand that our students cannot only study, but they combine it. And by the way, which brings me to the question about it, is it really possible to combine the hard studies at Skoltech with all those activities?
Well, I would say it is possible, even though it really requires time and effort. But from what I observe, a lot of students, obviously they spend a lot of time here on campus, but somehow they do manage to combine studies and extracurricular life. I cannot really give an answer how, but somehow they do this, so it's possible.
Probably when you start being here, so you won't just like leave the campus and you just like continue doing a lot of activities, even not only studies. Okay, the other question like about all the activities we have. So what dance activities exactly do we have?
An interesting question. This year we have two quite large and active clubs. So the Latin dance or social dance. So we have a trainer who comes here on campus on a weekly basis, and the students get professional classes from him. And then we have another student who suggested to establish a historical dance club, which is also very nice. So they organize balls from time to time. So for Valentine's Day, for example, we had a really nice event. So again, really depends on what the students do. So if there is a specific type of dance which you like and you want to develop it here, so obviously you can, and we'll do everything to support you.
Thank you. The other question we have, is it for free? I mean, the attending the additional classes, or they need to pay for it?
No fees, so it's absolutely free.
Wow, guys, can you imagine? So you can attend a lot of extracurricular classes like dances, yoga, other sport activities, and it's everything for free. Wow. Thank you, Elena, very much. I really believe that it was really needed for our viewers to know about that. Thank you. And just like that, our marathon of these activities about education process has come to an end. But guys, like in case we haven't covered some or information during our session, or it's not available in our previous episodes, feel free to use those QR codes to know more about that. I'm pretty sure you will find the answers there. Just in case you are just considering another degree program or internship, so again, feel free to join this website about internships at Skoltech. They are not a credit-bearing activities, not a degree program, but you can spend several months or several weeks at Skoltech in the lab and just feel the vibe of Skoltech and feel the atmosphere here and understand how beautiful research here is done, and you can enjoy it yourself. And actually, by the way of I will use this opportunity and draw your attention that we have an ongoing call of applications for the internship special for international students. And this fully covered internship program, and you can still apply up to June 30. So our international applicants, I really encourage you to use these particular opportunities. More details at internship.skoltech.io. You're very welcome. Again, guys, in case you still have questions, feel free to contact us, not only in this YouTube channel, in the comments, because still we will try to answer your comments, but the best way is to just to contact us via Telegram, via WhatsApp if it's more convenient for you, and of course via email. All the contacts you can find here. And guys, we received many questions regarding the several opportunities for application for the selection process, and for the winners of Я Профессионал Olympiad. It's the Russian Olympiad, very famous one, and we do really appreciate those winners of that particular Olympiad. You guys, if you have a medal and you're a medal holder, like golden, silver, bronze, so you can apply, and you're gonna have this short track during the admission process. So we encourage you to use that. More information can be found again at our website, you can see on the screen. So feel free to see them, then check them out there. Or in case you fail to find them there, please again drop us a line. We will do our best to answer your questions. Okay, guys, so just once again, remember the deadline. So this will be the last wave with the last chance to enter Skoltech this year. So we receive applications for master programs until July 15th, and for PhD programs until July the 5th. Okay, and I personally actually look forward to reviewing your applications and then meeting you at our selection events. And finally, I'm looking forward to welcome you here on the start of the program this year or maybe next year as well. So just take your chance, and I wish you lots of good luck. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So, and you can, I just would like to thank our team, broadcast production crew who worked on this particular episode. Guys, thank you very much. And so all our viewers, we really appreciate you being with us, and all those people made it possible to make this happen. We hope that you enjoy that. Bye-bye again.